All right, folks, we still have an area of a triangle, but here's the problem is it was nice and fine and dandy when we were finding an area of a right triangle, but what about this triangle? Find the area of this triangle. Yikes. In fact, I like the way Alexandra put it. Holy yikes. That is nuts. How do you do this one? What's your thoughts, folks? So I'll tell you what, why don't I prove this formula to you? And I think I can. I'm just going to make it up as I go along. All right. We know, let's kind of get an idea of what's going on here, folks. And let's make it blue. We'll make it light blue. Okay. So here's our triangle. This is the one they gave us. And we'll make it black. They gave it to us, looks something like this. Oops. There we go. Give me another line. Let me make another line. Jeez. All right. I'm just going to make the line and then move it. Here we go. All right. They gave us a triangle that looks something like this. Agreed? And I only put that right triangle there so I can have a nice guide for it. Now, here's the problem is this thing right here. I don't know how to measure the area of that thing. Now, we've already established the area of a triangle equals 1/2 times base times height. And that would be for a nice triangle that looks like this. Everyone agree with that? Yes, good. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do some algebra here for you folks. And then I'm going to, well, let me think. Yeah, I'm going to do some algebra here for you folks. So if you don't understand every single step of what I'm doing, take a little bit of time to absorb it, and then we'll come back to it. All right? So over here, I've got an H. This is the height that I'm calling my triangle. Now, remember, the black part is the triangle I'm looking at. The blue part is just a guide for me. You can ignore the blue part for now. But I'm talking about H being the length from here to here. Does everyone agree with that? Now I'm going to do something funky. I'm going to do the length from here to here, and I'm going to call that B. And over here, from here to here, I'm going to call this X. Okay, so here's the deal. What is the area of this triangle? Because the area of a nice right triangle is 1/2 base times height. And we figured that out by getting a little rectangle and knowing that the area of a rectangle is base times height, and then so we just half that. But the problem is, what is the area of this funky looking thing? Actually, let me fill it in nicely. Of this guy right here. All right, and I would say this. Would you agree with me if I said the area of the red part is really the area of this big triangle right here minus the area of this smaller triangle? Would you agree with me to say that? Would that be okay with you? All right, let me go over what I said. The area of the red triangle is the area of that blue triangle that I originally had down, my guide triangle, minus the area of this small little isosceles looking triangle right here. And everyone's agreeing with me. Okay. So area, actually, and you know what? I'm running out of time on my jing. Let's just stop the jing and redo and do another one.